Alright. Hello, how's it going? Welcome to Thursday and another Transformers Earth Wars stream.
Hey.
Hi.
Nice to be with you guys. I'm Deb and this one is
Adam.
And that one's
Daniel.
That's right.
Also known as the Glorious Beard Man.
Yeah, I call him Beardy Dan. But what does the community call you, Dan?
Dan?
Dan the Great Beard.
Oh no, there's my audio coming out.
Oh,
there we go.
Soundception.
You can call it whatever you like.
All right, perfect. We have an exciting lineup for you guys today. We are starting the first week of the 2-week mini saga revolving around power cores, which means today we will actually look at power cores. We'll talk about power cores, and we have even provided we prepared some videos that will help distill some of that knowledge as well. So let's say some shoutouts first, and then we can.
Sure.
Then dive into all the juicy content.
All the power core stuff, yeah. And we'll talk about this week's event as well, which will kind of help ease you into power cores, which are launching soon next week. So yeah, first off, let's say hi to everybody on Twitch. As Dan was saying earlier, Prime Time's there.
Yeah, what's up, Prime Time?
How's it going, Prime Time? Also, let us know if we're loud enough. Sometimes we can tend to be quiet. So yeah, let us know. Just shout at us and we'll turn up the volume. Oh, thank you. He's saying that we look fabulous. Appreciate that.
It's our new 4K camera that we're not utilizing to the best of our possibilities.
4K camera filmed in 1080.
However, Dan educated me all about the CDCs and all those things. CCDs. See, I'm really educated now.
Yes. Awesome.
Anyway, we are nice and crisp, and we say hello to Wishful15 and Skyward7732, Scourge1024, nice to see you again, and Trinity the Knight, Jeremy Taburin, hello, and Kronos Prime. And you even have Toy Calibur again, that's nice.
What up, Toy
and Dirty Spot and Zentar. All the familiar names, I love that. What do you have?
I've also got Joe Hudson, how's it going, and Greg Knight, and Mateos, and Jeremiah Goodrich, and Jeff Pock, and Howard Choi, and Negaquark, The Dark Sky, hello. Michael Metcalf, something unfortunately I can't read, but hello to you as well.
That's Russian.
Oh, hello, I'm Exabot. Hi Exabot, how's it going? And Katie Swain, and Firestormo2, and Uncle Carlines, did I say that already? I think so. And Gustavo Torre, and Adolfo Huang, and Nidchi Nair, and also we have got
Shockstar on Twitch. He never has a shout out. This time he has.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no, so sad.
Hello to you, Shockstar.
Yeah, I'm glad that we managed to add you in as well. And hello to many, many more. I'm just trying to refresh my page here.
By the way, we apparently are the Dad Crew. Deb, Adam, Dan. DAD.
Okay.
Does that mean we need to lower the quality of our jokes? That's already very low.
It's true. We already do a lot of dad jokes, I feel like, so it's not really hello also
Nowhere to go.
To Clarence Tarvin and Sean Sudo and Eddie Young and Stephen Shee. What up, Stephen? And Mike Atchison, Dave McCutcheon, and Joe Mauricio Chiroka, and William Sabo, Michael Murphy, Jason Heenan, and Chaotic Coconut. Oh, I love Chaotic Coconut. It's like my fave. Stuart Letkeman, Neil Kirby, Nate Price, Joseph Jansen, Sam Hall, Corey Speaks, and Edwin, and many, many more. So yeah, nice to see all of you guys with us today. As Adam said, we're going to chat about the event maybe first a little bit, and then we'll dive into power cores and everything.
Juicy new content.
Yeah, everyone is
game-changing features coming to you today.
It's true.
So shall we start, what do you say we start with a video maybe? Is that a good idea?
I think we should start with the event.
Okay, we'll start with the event. Ooh, postpone the video.
Yeah, I mean we can chat a little bit about
Sure. Yeah, you're right. There's actual plan that I completely forgot that there is a plan.
Yeah. Adam never likes to stick to the plan. He's kind of a rebel, so you know.
I wing it often. Improvisation. Is Pablo there? Is Pablo there?
Pablo is not here.
I'm not sure where Pablo is.
He was here, and then he disappeared.
Yeah, he came in an hour ago, and then he left. And then I said, come back, and he was like, no, I'm offended. And then he just never came back. No, he was kidding.
Okay, I thought I was actually offended.
No, it was jokes. But I don't know where he went.
Okay. Jungle Squad.
What's that?
Jungle Squad.
Jungle Squad.
Jungle Squad.
What's that?
Soldier.
Cool.
Jungle Squad.
So.
Event. Is that a correct environment for the event?
It's not.
Can I? Okay. You keep people busy, and in the meantime, I'll try to get us to the event place.
All right. So, keeping busy. It's like, oh, maybe we should just show the video. I'm kidding. Anyways, besides the event, obviously, Combiners have just wrapped up. And yeah, we want to give a big thanks to you guys because we've had some really, really lovely positive feedback about the latest release of Combiners. I'm sure Dan will agree. Had some nice thoughts on them from the community, which is cool. What's not to love, really, hey?
Well, not getting them, I suppose, is not to love, but once you do get them.
Sure. Once you get them, it's pretty epic. And also later today, we'll do some giveaways. Dan has come up with some cool questions, ones that I didn't know the answer to. So we'll see if you guys know. Although you guys know everything.
They're actually quite easy.
Yeah.
They're actually quite easy.
Even the hard ones, though, like when we do hard ones, you guys get them quite quickly. It's pretty impressive most of the time.
Google is helpful.
Yeah,
Google.
The Google.
Everyone's fully trained in the Google.
That's true. But anyways, we can start to talk about the event even if you guys can't see it. The event this week is called Unknown Power, and it is an alliance event, which means that you're going to have to get yourselves to HQ level 4 and join an alliance, and it's a totalizer, and there are some cool prizes to be won. It's more of a relaxed event this week. As we are heading into sort of a new. Oh, he's ready.
Yeah.
And there we go. As we're already talking about it.
I don't know if this is the good environment to show this. We have lots of test environments.
True.
But environments are like test servers.
Yeah.
But it looks like the correct one.
At least we can get the dialogue, hopefully.
The tide of war is at bay. Wait, let me get the Optimus voice. No.
Okay, go for it.
After last week's showdown of epic proportions, the battle of the Enigma of Combination has come to an inconclusive end. With dozens of Autobots and Decepticons damaged and evacuated, it's time to seek alternative solutions. A few bots on both sides believe the edge they seek comes from a different place altogether. Take part, yeah.
Yeah, of course you want to do
Every single time. So Alliance event with 140,000 points on the totalizer, and the top prize being, in this case, is that correct? Spark. Because there's, it's a Crystal plus Spark event. With lots of 4-star shards over here, and some boosts, and more shards, and 3-star shards as well. A story reward over there. And so that's good, 43,000 points to get the story reward. And some more boosts and more shards, quite a lot of shards. And of course double XP for those who claim it. And the event structure is, let's see how it looks like. It's pretty standard. So it starts, I believe you graduated to Zone 2, Deb.
Did I?
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah,
that's so kind of you.
I mean,
after it's only been like 2 years.
Yeah, it's
been a year.
Through hard work.
It's only been a year.
You managed it.
Sweet.
24 points you can get, Deborah.
Thank you.
And as you level up, Dan usually fights in Zone 15, but Zone 13 is max for everyone
15,
else.
15, you can't access it. Only I can.
Only you can. only you have special fights.
Yeah.
106 points for Zone 13 is what you can get in this event, and it's a more relaxed event where you can get some story, get some shards, get some crystals hopefully from these shards, and prepare yourself as we unleash the backstory behind Parkour's campaign and the Parkours themselves, and then Power Course as a feature, we aim to unlock that on Tuesday, correct?
Yes, I believe it's this Tuesday.
Yeah, so this Tuesday, the Power Core campaign and the Power Cores themselves will unlock on your device, on your in your game.
That's right.
Which means you'll have 5 more missions to play and an exciting slew of content to explore and combinations like we've never seen before.
Yeah.
Tuesday, GMT.
Morning, Tuesday morning.
Sometime next week. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I especially like this campaign as well because it really teaches you how to make use of the Power Core. So I think it's really, it's like it doubles as tutorial and campaign. So I think it's a really useful one to do.
Yes, there is story, there is exploration of cool new features, and there is, of course, the educational element. And there are rewards. So after you finish the campaign, you will have a couple of power cores under your disposal already, which will help get you going, and hopefully kind of start enjoying the feature.
Exactly.
Now, Unknown Powers itself has a transmission at the beginning and of course at the end of the event, with 43,000 points in, and I think we should reenact it as always.
As always.
Surprise, surprise! We're gonna.
I was gonna say, like, isn't that always what we do? Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna keep the device.
But you made it
inside.
sound quite.
Unknown Powers.
Suspicious.
Right.
Did you read the beginning?
I kind of did the other beginning. All right. No, it's a similar text. However, the important bit here is, Optimus and Megatron make plans for a way to unleash their triple changers. If you played the last week's event and you've seen the story, we have uncovered the first set of triple changers that are coming to the game. These are Springer and Astrotrain. And these bots will be making their way after we wrap up the Power Core mini campaign. So after 2 weeks of that, we will start our triple changer saga, where these two behemoths, I would say, when it comes to power, very important characters in the universe. We've got triple changer Astrotrain, the original triple changer, I would say, one of the first, and of course we've got Springer, who's a wrecker, and he's a cool character all around. He's had a great presence in IDW Comics. The Last Stand of the Wreckers is a great comic. I do recommend that to everyone. It's quite bloody and dark, but I mean, it's good. And of course, it's been big in the cartoon as well. Right, so these are the two new turbo changers, but we will talk about them after we wrap up the Power Core mini campaign, which is the next 2 weeks. Let's play the transmission.
All right.
Shall we?
Yeah, go for it.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Inside Shockwave's laboratory.
Yeah. Nebulous, so much advanced technology we could plunder to further the Decepticon cause.
And so far out of our reach. We just don't have the space bridge capacity. Shockwave, I told you, we should have gone with a different provider.
Still, Mixmaster, we must be ever vigilant. Their scientists are forever pushing the boundaries of cybernetic science, developing new ways to fuse machine and man.
Well, don't get all misty one-eyed about it. The chances of some adaptable Nebulon tech dropping in our labs are slim to none.
Meanwhile, back in the Autobot base.
The Decepticons' long-range scanning beams are still aimed squarely at the region of space occupied by Nebulos. It's as if
they're waiting for some adaptable Nebulon tech to drop right in their laps.
Actually, Perceptor, I was thinking maybe they were after the latest episode of Cybernation Street. Primus knows it's so addictive, but yeah, it could also be that.
If only we could reach out to them, Jetfire, get them to send us some kind of power-enhancing tech. These Earth wars could be over in a fuel pump beat.
But their non-intervention policies strictly forbid that. I'd take a miracle, or maybe a mistake.
Ooh.
So yes, Nebulon Tech. Nebulos is the planet.
Yes.
Nebulos is at the center of our mini saga and at the center of our campaign. The name of the campaign itself is Secrets of Nebulos, and it introduces us to this new technology which we call Power Cores. And Nebulos is known for coming up with these very weird bits of technology like the Headmasters and Target Masters, all that, and Power Masters, all that comes from there. Which is a perfect kind of plot vehicle to plug in our Power Cores into. And of course, Nebulos itself, they try to stay away from conflict, they try to be impartial,
yes.
Which is why we as Autobots or Decepticons need to find a way to access some of what they might have, because they're very advanced, without kind of risking an all-out drama, let's say.
Yes.
You simply don't attack Switzerland, right? The same way.
Speaking of drama.
Same way here, Nebulos is neutral.
Speaking of drama, Negacorp says, who's responsible for Cybernation Cybernation Street.
That would be Simon Furman. And Cybernation Street, I think that's playing on the Coronation Street, isn't it? Yeah, must be.
I've never watched Coronation Street, but
it's British, right?
It's a British classic.
Yeah, and of course Simon Furman is. I would also.
A northern British classic.
Yes,
I would call Simon Furman a British classic.
EastEnders is the southern British classic.
Yeah, EastEnders, I know that one.
Nathan's asking, the Headmaster / Titan Masters come from Nebulous. Will we be seeing Titan Masters?
We, right now, will be seeing Power Cores.
Power Cores!
After which, I would say nothing is impossible in this game in general. I mean, okay, there's a couple of things that are probably impossible, which is like, bring it to PS4, and like, no, not gonna happen. But apart from that, a lot of things that you guys have asked for, we managed to do. Some of the things that you guys want, we are working towards or have in our plans. So it's all a matter of just priorities and time and effort.
Yes.
But yeah, things like that are not outside of question. The same way, when people talk about Titans and stuff like that in general, there is possibility for Titans, for Omega Supreme and Triptychon and all that stuff. It's cool, and if it's cool, we want it at some point to be a part of our game.
So a lot of people are asking, Power Cores, how do they work? What are they? Blah. We're about to tell you. And if you are just joining us, we are mostly talking about Power Cores today, which is basically a new... What's that? Mostly. Which is basically a game-changing feature that is arriving next week that will change the way you play on both offense and defense. So yeah, I think let's take a look, give a little bit of an overview, and then maybe we'll show you guys the vid so you can get your questions ready, where Adam's going to dive more in depth with all your questions.
Yeah.
If the video doesn't answer, I'm sure it's not going to answer everything.
Yeah, so. By the way, I do appreciate there's quite a lot of questions already coming in on Twitch. We will focus on answering the Power Core questions today because we do have a general Q&A kind of every week. I try to answer as many questions as I can. But this time we'll try to keep it on the new stuff because there's definitely going to be quite
quite complex already, so I think it's
yes.
good to focus on them.
Yeah, and it will help kind of theme this whole week around Power Cores. And Power Cores themselves, as we said, are launching on Tuesday. Make sure to log in. We will turn them on somewhere around midday our UK time. That's the intention. Of course, things can go wrong, but hopefully they won't. And once we turn things on, when you log in again, you'll have a new Power Core campaign and the story, and you'll be guided through the whole process. But we can provide you more information than the game will, because you're with us now. And we have that information available, so we will share.
Speaking of, here on the canvas, you can already see the Power Core lab, which we're going to check out. Now, before you guys get the lab, you're going to have to go through the campaign, which is something that's going to be explained in the video you're about to see as well. But let's just do a quick overview of Power Cores. Adam will give you a brief sort of summary of what they are and why you're going to want to use them and how they might sort of affect your gameplay. Then we'll take a look at the video, and then I'm sure that we'll answer some questions, but it'll also spur a lot of new questions, so then we'll come back to you guys for more cues. So Adam, give us an overview of Power Cores.
Okay, so Power Cores are this the new game-changing technology coming from Nebulous, as we've said. By the way, I still don't know how do you kind of pronounce. Is it Nebulan? Is it Nebulinian? We tried to figure that out. Nebulonian. We went for Nebulian, but maybe we are wrong. That aside, Power Cores themselves, they come from Nebulous, and they are components that you can put on your bots and defenses. There are two different types, there are two categories of Power Cores, the bot cores and the building cores. So if I look at the bot core, a bot core is round, while a defensive core, defensive core is square. So just by the shape itself, you can identify these two different types of cores. And as you guys have seen here, there's different categories for Power Cores. So Power Cores can be universal. In this case, we're looking at the building Power Cores. And these are universal ones that can be put on any building that has a Power Core slot. And there's also different ones that are building specific. In this case, we're looking at, Deborah is just being naughty. We are looking at bot power cores, and there are different distinctions here. So we have universal ones, we have warrior cores, air cores, gunner cores, medic cores, bot specific cores. Bot specific means they apply to one specific bot or a range of bots. Now you may see that there's certain bits could be missing. There's no special specific, for example, because as we release more and more power cores, we will gradually expand upon the kind of specializations of these power cores. Also, one thing you'll notice here, power cores initially are only available for autocannons, laser turrets, mortars, missile launchers, and there's of course the universal ones. However, these are the 4 defenses that will receive power cores on initial launch. So there's no power cores from beam lasers right now, like you can't even put a universal one. There is no power cores for stasis mines. There will be no power cores released initially for shock towers either. So we have reduced that amount to 4 defenses, so we can balance that better, and we will expand upon that in the future updates. Now,
maybe quickly also touch on fusing your cores.
Yes, so it's an important. There's a couple important components about power cores. So first of all, how do I get a power core? That's a big question, right?
True, although that will be answered in a second.
Yeah, sure. But okay. You get power cores from duplicates in the Space Bridge or special power core chips that are event rewards or quest rewards, achievement rewards. And once you get a power core, it comes with one of 3 different rarities: gold, silver, and bronze. And a bronze core starts can only be leveled up to 5 times, 5 levels. Maximum level is 5. A silver one can be leveled to level 10, and a gold one can be leveled to level 15. And also you'll notice that a silver core, let's say, starts at 3% attack, but the gold one starts at 4, so, and the bronze one will be at 2. So as you can see, generally the better the rarity of a core, not only it can go higher, but it also starts a bit higher on the kind of upgrade path. And you can upgrade your cores by fusing. And fusion mode is where you can sacrifice, that means you will lose, a core to improve the core you'd like to improve, to upgrade the core. So in this case, let's say I have an attack core here, it's a good one, it's gold, so I would definitely want to invest in that. So I would enter the fusion mode, and I will now select some of the lesser cores. These here are bronze. I can select them to provide my gold core with XP. You can see the bar progressing nicely, and I will then be able to click fuse, and boom, I am leveling up my core from level 1 to 3, increasing the boost from 4 to 5%, which is already getting nicer and nicer. Now, interacting with power cores takes energon for bot cores and alloy for building cores. We do not have cyber coins anywhere here. It's all alloy or energon. So for some of you who were complaining about the excess of energon because you were like Deathwish RC, I was like, oh, I have too much energon, I maxed out my base. Perfect. You will use that energon, you will use that alloy to equip, equipping doesn't cost anything, unequipping costs resources. Again, that is just alloy or energon. So you'll be able to play with your power cores and of course improve them as you get more and more spare cores that you do not need. So there is no limit to the capacity. You could have as many power cores as you can, as many as your device can handle. I don't know, maybe if you have 5,000 power cores, maybe something will happen to your device. Maybe it will just be very slow, but hopefully it's optimized to a degree that it won't be an issue. We tried accounts with, on testing with hundreds, and it performed well. So you can keep as many power cores as you like, and the ones you don't like, you can just fuse into the ones you do.
There's a good question from Toy Caliber.
Yes.
Will bots with power cores that are part of a combiner make a difference in that combiner?
No. Combiners are separated from the bots that compose the combiner. So the same way a level of your bot, you can have a 4-star or 3-star Optimus level 50 or level 15, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the power of the combiner. The power of the combiner is dependent on the level of the combiner and the star rating of the combiner, not on the power cores. Power cores right now have no interaction with combiners. They are put on any 2-star or above bot. There's only one 1-star bot in the game that can have a power core, and that's because of kind of tutorial issues. That's Starscream. Other than that, you need to have a 2-star bot. This is kind of obvious. We just don't want to flood your list of bots you can equip with lots of 1-stars. So any 2-star bot or above can have 1 power core equipped. 1 power core per bot. So let me look at Mirage here. As you've seen recently, we have updated our troop info screen, and that was because we were doing power cores. So sneakily we left this panel on the right, which is now occupied by the power core. And you can see that Mirage here is a gunner, and he has a volatile mixture power core, and that power core increases his special ability damage. And that damage should be calculated properly on the battlefield actually before you deploy them. So that is quite helpful in kind of assessing how much damage you will deal. So we've done quite a lot of improvements on readability and feedback. I also right now have the technology to display multiple stats on abilities. So I will be able to tell you not only how much damage does this incendiary barrage deal, but also how long it takes. This version of the game doesn't display that information yet, but it's just a matter of data. So I will populate that data as we keep going, and you will be able to see how much damage and how much, like, if there's multiple components in ability, I'll be able to expose both of them to you.
So Lisa Morales is asking, and you might have answered this already, but how many times can you level it up?
So a bronze core can be leveled up to level 5, a gold a silver one to level 10, and a gold one to level 15. It's quite easy to, I would say, especially get the first several levels. It's quite easy to level up cores. And one thing that's also important is if you use a core. So for example, a silver core is worth more experience than a bronze one. So let me go back to fusion mode here to show you this. So if I was to add a gold one, that's 300 XP, a silver one is 100, and a bronze one is 10. And also a core that has been leveled up already, so I'm not sure if I have one here that is equipped, would give you more. So let me just go here. So a normal gold core would give me 300, this one will give me 306 because it's already level 3. So that's any experience, any kind of course you invest somewhere, it doesn't get lost completely. You get some of that experience back as you reclaim that core and put it somewhere else.
And Blaster was asking, do power cores run out?
They do not run out. Power cores are permanent. They are permanent, they work all the time, or for as long as they say they will in the battlefield. So for example, this is the tactician core. It makes your bot prioritize defenses for 32 seconds after deployment. But it works every single battle, forever.
Jefferson Baratolf is asking, my bot's already in full power, will it increase its power?
Correct. So power rating is a calculation that's dependent on the health and damage of a core, of a bot, and also the ability level of a bot. So this is a number that helps us to balance the game, and also helps players to visualize how powerful the squad is, and then kind of how the progression keeps going. And compare some of the bots next to each other, especially if they're the same class. It's easy to compare. Certain, power of a warrior and power of a gunner doesn't really translate one-to-one because it's different kind of power. One is really tough, the other has much more damage. But two gunners can be compared much more easily between themselves, of course, based on power. But yes, power will grow with a power core. So it is possible that if you're just on a break of getting that extra shuttle squad, by putting power cores on your bots, you will get through that threshold, because power cores will give you a boost to the power of the bot.
And Nick McCarty wants to know, does it affect your defense rating when picking your attacker or defender?
It affects it affects your attack squad's power, and it affects the power of the defenses. Yes, so the defensive rating is updated as well. It's not a huge update, but it's enough to kind of to notify, or let's say, or it's there as a tool for us that we can do more with. But it's not as if just because you put 5% health on your mortar, suddenly the score goes up, and then you get harder players who try to beat your base for more points. It's not like that.
So prime time, which is actually sorry.
I was going to say, Shockster was asking if you can swap power cores out.
Yes, same question.
Oh.
Yes, absolutely. So why don't we equip a power core
and
show you how it looks. So I'm going to equip this power core. This is a rejuvenate core. It restores percentage of health every 10 seconds to the bot. Very good for a warrior. So I'm going to find a warrior has a lot of health. Let's say Ironhide here. He has a power core already. So first I'm going to just put the power core. Okay, Slug. Gonna put the power core on Slug. And boom. Great. So Slug now has a power core. But you know what? I just realized I have a better power core. So I could now just unequip for 6000 energon. Or a better way is to just simply try and equip something else. So I'm gonna equip this 4% health boost, which is a vitality core, on the same bot. So I can now see, by the way, here the pulsating icon that you can see in the top left corner, and that's slightly different. That indicates that there's a power core on the bot. And now I'm presented with a swap screen. So I can now replace the rejuvenate core with a vitality. So as you can see, the price of the energon is the same. So basically, what we really wanted to do is to make this feature easy and accessible, easy to use. I didn't want people to go and go like unequip, equip, unequip, equip. That just feels bad. So we said, okay, just select what you want on what you want, and we will take care of the rest. So in this one step, we will unequip the rejuvenate core and equip the vitality core.
Replace.
Which is boom.
Nice, super easy.
Replace. And that means that now he has this new core, and the old core we had over there, Rejuvenate, is now available to be equipped on other bots. So the only thing that's important to note, the higher the rarity of a core, the more expensive it is to unequip. So just have that in mind. It is possible, you know, if you're very low headquarters level and you start playing with gold cores, you will run out of energy quite quickly. But the bronze cores, and they are practically free, like 6000 energy is nothing.
So one thing we haven't talked about, I think we'll just show the video at the end, to be honest. But one thing we haven't talked about is like visual power cores, because obviously they all do something to like your attack or defense. Even the visual ones do, but we haven't shown those yet, and they're quite cool. So maybe you want to take a look at those?
Sure. And by the way, prime time, there is no double paying. No. What we're saying is that we are just taking this operation. So instead of having to click twice, you just click once. Instead of having to go unequipped from Slug and then equip something else, I can just equip something else.
Swap it
on Slug without having to. Yeah, without having to do the first.
I think he means double resources. So you pay 6000 to equip.
You don't pay to equip.
De-equip.
You do not pay to equip.
Okay.
You use nothing to equip. You can equip everything for free that you have. Yeah, that's it. You just pay to remove a core that's already there.
Oh, and Zach.
Yes, that was 200,000 for a silver core, correct?
Zach Rendell is asking, can we level up a core while it's equipped, or we have to unequip it to level it up?
You do not need to remove a core to level it up. So here I have a vitality core equipped on Slug. I can level it up. One thing I cannot do is to use a core that's already equipped by a different bot to fuse it in and sacrifice. This is just to ensure that you do not accidentally use a core that is being put on a bot, because that would be just awful. Yeah, and of course, one thing to note: be careful when fusing. You know, you ask us to give you like ways to sacrifice bots and stuff. This is not even bots, and I'm sure Dan is gonna have loads of tickets. I accidentally, you know, fused my 20 golden cores.
Yeah, be careful because you might be disappointed.
Yeah, do not press that fuse button lightly.
Unless
be
you
careful
really mean it.
what you
It's like the big red button. In
yeah,
like
there is confirmation.
film.
There is confirmation screens everywhere. And by the way, you can fuse as many cores as you like at the same time. So
Cats cannot fuse.
it's easy. It's like what's going to happen is you can get multiple cores for a single duplicate. You can get many. You can get, I think, 3, maybe even, I'm not sure if you can get 5, but you can get 3 cores from a single duplicate, which means you will quickly build up a variety of cores. In which case, what we really wanted to do is make sure that you can just tap, easily select a lot of cores and just do one operation that will level up a big chunk of your
Someone asked
your core.
a good question. 4-star dupes will give you what sort of cores? 3-star dupes.
So here's the drift. A 1-star duplicate will give you 1 bronze core. A 2-star duplicate gives you 3 bronze cores. A 3-star duplicate gives you a silver core, and a 4-star duplicate gives you a gold core. There is also a trick. There is, I'm being told by the base.
Yeah.
I'm being told by the base that it is possible to get a gold core from a 3-star bot. There is a chance, and it's not. It's small. It's not tiny. It's not stupid small. It's not like 0.1%. No, it's a couple percent. I don't know exactly what it is, but there is a chance, and it's going to be somewhat common. Like a lot of you guys will get a silver core from a 2-star or a gold core from a 3-star. But normally, the higher the rating of the duplicate, the higher the baseline of the core you get.
So is there a chance to get a silver from a 2-star bot?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so
yes.
So smaller chance, obviously, but there is a chance.
Yes, and there is one thing we haven't spoken about is the bot-specific cores, which some of them come with visual changes.
Yes.
And in here we have Starscream's crown. Now I don't know if we have Starscream on this account. Do we?
Should do.
Hope so.
Do hope we?
I think. Oh, I thought he was already. You know what? He was already equipped on a different one. I think. Do you want me to give him? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So give this account with Starscream, and in the meantime, I think we have Optimus here. And by the way, there's 2 ways to equip cores. So I'm not going to equip it this way. I'm going to equip it this way.
Can you do it with the chips?
No. One way we spoke of is going just to the PowerCore lab and looking at the cores here, deciding what you want to equip, and then equipping it. Another way is actually through the research lab. So
I see.
you can go to the research lab over here, go to research, and let's say I have Optimus here, boom. And I can see the power cores over here in the middle.
Sorry, what am I equipping? What am I gifting?
It's gonna be Starscream crown. Starscream crown.
Okay.
Free. Yep.
This
Free.
one, right?
Yep. So let's say I would like to get my Starscream command over. Where's my Starscream? There it is.
Bam.
That's, I have the crown. I need Starscream.
Oh, I just asked you what you want me to gift you, and you're like this one. I was like, okay. All I did was press enter.
you know, there's this psychological experiment where people ask to electrocute a person in the other room, and there's this person saying, press the button.
Where is this going?
To electrocute the person in the other room. And you would keep pressing that button.
Except you're in the same room.
Give me a character.
Yeah, okay, well I was obviously on power cores. Oh, yeah.
Unlock troop.
Yeah. Starts
use faction as well, remember.
This one, yeah?
Yes, please. And now, alright, let's get that Starscream. Come on.
This is correct?
Yes,
yeah,
that's
okay.
correct.
Alright. Let's see what happens.
Come on. Yeah, there you go. Starscream. Thank you. So let's say I don't want to go through the lab because there's. By the way, we had quite a lot of thinking going behind how this whole flow of the feature will go for. So there's two use cases. One is you are thinking about your power cores. So you look at what you have possible, what's available, and then you equip these things that you have onto suitable bots. So you select the power core and select equip. You select the bot. Another way to think about your bots is to think about the particular bots. I like Starscream. I would like to make Starscream more stronger. So instead of going into my parkour lab and then going through the course and then seeing if there's something for Starscream, I can simply select Starscream here and then select the parkour. And now I have a list of everything that works on Starscream, which means
only Starscream.
Yes,
nice.
On the bot I selected. So it's filtered already. So I see all the universal cores. I see all the air cores. As you can see here, there's an air core for sure. Where is it? Reflective coating. That's only an air core. See the icon here, the air. Boom. This is universal. This is air. So I see all the air cores, and I also see all the character-specific cores. And I have the crown here. And that is a character specific. You see the icon of the Matrix of Leadership.
Have they not seen this before?
They might have seen something on the surface.
Well, they will see it now.
Yeah.
So I shall equip the shiny crown on Starscream.
Yeah, that's cool. Dun, dun, dun.
Hell yeah! Lovely. Now all we need is Galvatron to come over and say
boom,
boom, and execute Starscream.
Nice crown. Unlucky.
Yeah,
You're dead.
It's true.
Yeah, I love it. And of course, this is just the beginning. So
can we see Optimus?
We have Optimus's Matrix as well. So I am going to. This Optimus already has one. So
I was gonna say, is he already equipped?
Do we have a? We don't have a new Optimus. This is a really poor account. I'm going to put another Matrix. This one is better.
Okay.
Optimus's Prime's health will be increased by 5.5%. Till all are 1. So I will replace the bronze matrix with the gold matrix.
There he goes.
And
it's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it.
Sweet. So these two visual power cores are just the beginning of what is possible with the technology. We have other things in mind. We have some things that we have already tested and we might release soon. We also have things that we
already new things for the new things.
Yeah, we have plans. Like we would like this to have legs. We would like to support this feature with as much as you guys would like. So if there's appetite for power cores, we will do more power cores. If there is no appetite, then we will focus on something else. But I think as the game is being more mature, we do release new bots, on a slightly regular cadence. But also people have squads and bots that they're very invested in, and we would like to give them an opportunity to make these bots and these squads of bots better, and also most importantly try new things on the battlefield.
Neil Kirby's asking, can power cores stack?
The power core stack. What do you mean? You can only have one power core per bot
at a time.
A bot can only have one power core equipped, and Flight Primes. I hope SpaceSafe is reading. I need combiners. Yeah.
Adam's gone off track.
Sorry, I'm just like being called down.
Dan, what were you saying?
Is there any diminishing returns if you have the same core with multiple bots in the team?
No. The only diminishing return is what you decide is no longer feasible. So if you decide that having every single bot have attack and suddenly there's no one to take, it's the same as with your bot layouts. Can you have 7 gunners? Sure you can, but you might want a warrior to take some of that heat off them. The same way here, you can have the same power core type on every single bot. There's no problem with that. It will all function without problems. It's just what you think is feasible. And the strategies are vast.
We should do the giveaway soon.
Oh my god, the time is just
flying by. By the way, if you guys are just joining us now, today we are talking about Power Cores, which is the new feature that's being added to the game, which will basically let you change the way you play with both your bots and defenses by adding sort of like boosts into your gameplay, which will sort of alter your strategy quite a bit, should make things more interesting, and also gives you a place for your dupes, which is great. Yes. Somebody said giveaway. Who was it? Dan?
We
Yeah,
should,
that's
because it's quarter to.
Just a second. There's two important things. One, you cannot change rarity of a core. It's like a bot. We don't go silver to gold. We don't go 3-star to 4-star. You can improve the bot. You can improve the core, but there's no cross changing. And also another important bit. Bot cores and defense cores are separated. So not only they use different resources, they also cannot be fused with each other. So you need bot cores to fuse into bot cores, and you can fuse defense cores into defenses.
And bot cores use Energon, and building cores use Alloy.
Correct.
So it's
Yeah.
thematically
Yes, it
correct.
fits. Yeah, it fits what the rest of the game is doing in the economy. We should actually go for an example of a defensive core, and then we can do the giveaway, and then we will.
Why don't we do a
some
giveaway
videos.
and then do the defensive core?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Just as a quick break, because why not?
This is
It's a lot of
intense.
information.
Yeah, it's a lot, I know. But luckily, we'll be chatting about power cores next week
I
as
did
well.
post a little FAQ into the Twitch chat as well.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that'll be definitely useful.
We've actually covered quite a lot of those questions, so if you need to catch up, you can go and look at that. as well.
Definitely. And we have made a bunch of content about power cores as well, which hopefully
Yeah,
you
on
guys will
YouTube.
find useful. Yeah. And there's more coming too. So, giveaway, Dan.
Giveaway. Question 1.
So
Thematic.
before we do the question, just a reminder to you guys to include your HQ, your in-game name, and your alliance in your answer. If you don't have those things in your answer, then we won't be able to gift you.
No
So-
bueno.
No bueno, exactly. So Dan, take it away. And I've actually, we'll do one of your questions, and Nathan sent in a question as well.
Question 1.
Go for it.
Both have been mentioned already.
Yeah.
So, which Decepticon placed the crown upon Starscream's head in Transformers the movie? So that luscious crown.
Yes.
Who put that on Starscream's head?
All right. And I'm gonna start looking for answers because I don't think it's gonna take long.
No, probably not.
Probably not.
If
You
you've
never know.
if you've seen the movie, you know what it is.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll get a duplicate. Damn it. I want a duplicate because I would like to show you guys the duplicate process.
Yeah, true.
So you still get the same amount of shards and spark from a bot.
Yeah,
I believe the only reward we removed was the energon from bots.
I thought it was the spark.
No, spark
No?
is still there. That's the main.
Okay.
There you go. Beautiful. Boom. We got a duplicate sea
There you
spray, and instead of giving us 5,000 energon, whatever it was, it gives you shards as it did, spark, and we got 3 vitality cores. Useful. Thank you, sea spray. That will be nice.
Are they silver cores?
And that was 3 bronze ones from a 2-star. And boom, duplicate strafe, 60 3-star shards, 400 volcanic spark, and 3 wallbuster cores.
Okay, so starting to randomly select some
unlock
winners.
the bot there. Nice.
What's that?
Unlock the crown.
Wallbuster. Nice. So this is how it works. We did not remove spark nor shards from their duplicate rewards.
Okay.
It's a good delivery system.
It is.
I think it's good.
One of the
By the way, guys, winners have been picked.
Oh,
So, Dan, do you want to repeat the question and tell them what the answer is?
the question was, who placed the crown upon Starscream's little head in Transformers the movie?
And the answer is
Astro Train.
Astro Train, correct. And the winners for this
Who is
question.
coming as well?
What's that?
You'll be able to.
Yes, who's coming? Miller, RPH, congratulations to you. Also, congrats to Carl Snyder, and congrats to Pabby Plez. To Pabby Plez. Yeah, thanks so much for everyone who wrote in. We'll do another question after we do defenses. So yeah, we'll have to be quick actually because we have to wrap on the nose at 6 unfortunately because we've got an event in the studio, so we won't be able to go over.
yeah, nice.
So yeah, go through defenses and.
So the
the
way you
next
equip
question, right?
parkour for defenses, doing that from the lab would be very strange because you would have to select a building somehow, and how would you do that? Would you select something on your base? Would you select from a list? So we just thought, oh my god, that seems very prone to error. So you simply tap on the defense, and you have a new panel here. You can equip a power core, and you have again a list of power cores that are applicable. You can still see them in the lab if you like to fuse them and stuff, but this is the way to equip. And I have an interesting core here, a target protocol core for my mortar. This will prioritize gunners and medics. It will also increase the range of the mortar, but reduce the damage. So this core, every time the mortar kind of reassigns targets, it will pick gunners and medics as their target, and will also do that from further away. Really good thing to snipe the enemy, high class, high importance spots for you. We have another one, which is the incendiary one, which we kind of briefly spoke of. This will create new incendiary shells that have fire explosions that deal an extra 12% attack damage, but over 6 seconds. However, there is no knockback on the shells, so there's a trade-off. The power cores on defenses in general are quite interesting because some of them do come with trade-offs but are quite powerful. So we have an anti-air laser here that will increase the attack range of the laser turret and then provide an extra 106% damage. However, it will turn this into an anti-air defense, so it will only attack airborne targets. It's really good against Traiton Scourge, really good against bots that stay in the air for a long time. And of course, if someone is flying over your base to snipe something and behind, put that in their way, and either they'll have to fight that, or they'll have to find a way around, or they'll have to accept that their bots will be damaged. There's also a way to fight that with the reflective coating on the airplanes, but of course that takes up a power core slot as well on the plane. So we think the whole kind of meta game, the strategy on attack and defense is going to turn kind of upside down in a, I think, an exciting way where you'll find new strategies and new ways to play and attack and enjoy the game. So I'm going to equip that on my defense here. Boom. With an anti-air laser. Boom. And that receives an icon. So that's how you can see power cores that are equipped on buildings. And of course that is visible in combat as well. We also have on your base, it will fade out if you zoom out far enough. That's because we don't want any icons at the same time. But when you're attacking, you have a button on your HUD that will allow you to toggle power core icons on and off. So let me just start a battle against some random player from a test environment, and hopefully I think I have some bots that have power cores. Yeah. I would like to show people how we treat power cores in battle.
Cool.
Will the building look different? Building will receive some visual effects. The shots they produce will be different, for example, or would have like a healing aura and things like that. But it will not change the texture or the model of the building, because that would be just it would probably kill your device and be just way too much things to consider when we're creating that type of content. It would just make it. We would make way less cores if we were to change the visual graphics of every single level of every single building. We have quite a lot of power cores here, and you can see before deploying, you see the new interface as well on attack. As you know, we now have the ability level displayed, and we also have the core as well with all the descriptions and the level of the core as well. So a whole range of parameters that are available under your disposal. And we have some kind of test account, I think, here with like 8 bots.
And Mad Chemist is asking...
This is not something that's happening anytime soon, if ever. This is just a test account.
One sec. Mad Chemist is asking, will the enemy see a defense that has a power core before they start the battle?
Yes. Yes, so you'll be able to tap. Right now there's no power cores on these defenses, but you would see a power core details here every time you tap a defense.
It'll sort of be hovering above the defense.
Yes, and it will have a detailed description similar to this one, but over here in the top middle part of the screen. Also important, note this, health and damage. This is now reflected here. You no longer have to remember how much health a particular beam laser has or how much damage per second it deals. That is here, and that information is also updated. So if I put an armor core on this mortar, it would have health, 1250 in green. That means that has been risen by the core. And also I will see below that it has an armor core that increases the health by whatever, 2.5% or 5%. These percentages, they might seem small when we're looking at level 1 cores, but these things grow quite quickly as you level these cores up. So you might think like, oh, plus 2% attack, that's not... and then you level it up and it's like plus 12, or plus 13, and suddenly it becomes really meaningful.
Yep.
Especially meaningful if you play with some of the more specialized cores. Like for example, this refractive coating, level 3 only, bronze, already 12% protection from 2 defenses. Nice.
Next question.
Yes.
That's it? Alright, yeah, do the giveaway and then we have to wrap it up.
Yeah, okay.
So remember to include your in-game name, your alliance, and your HQ level with your answer. Okay, good, Dan, go! By the way, this question comes from Nathan Webb, who is a lovely artist who's done a bunch of our Transformers art, and you can check out his site at we66illustration.com. So yeah, Nathan, hello to you, and fire away, Dan.
Wait, is it this question?
Yeah.
No, I'm reading.
Yeah.
Okay. So, when Galvatron sees Starscream wearing a crown in the 1986 movie, he described it as what type of comedy?
All right.
What type of comedy did Galvatron describe Starscream wearing a crown in the 1986 movie?
Yeah. And as you do that, by the way, I hate repeating myself. 8bots is just test-only old account from 2 years ago. We currently have no plans to release 8bots. Nothing that we have. It doesn't even work. You've seen the interface clips. No plans right now. I'm not saying it's not gonna happen ever. I'm saying right now this is just an outcome of a testing environment. Yes. Nothing else.
All right, I'm starting to pick winners. By the way, guys, we're not going to have time to show you our vids, but do make sure to go check them out in your own time. There's a lot more detail there about power cores in general, how you can use them, where you get them from.
Will we send the links?
Yeah, I asked Pablo to stick them in chat. If he hasn't, then I will do it, because I'm not sure if he's watching or not. But you can find them on our YouTube channel. It's just youtube.com/Transformers Earth Wars. They'll be there. They're also on our Facebook page. You can check them out there. And so far the one we've got live is just an overview, so a lot of what Adam covered today, and also a specific one on bots. There's another one coming out on defenses as well, which you guys can keep a lookout for.
Yeah, but if you paid attention to what I was saying, then you probably get more info from the stream.
Yeah, but if you want, reference later. And I think Pablo has pasted those links.
I'm going to do that.
He says done. Bam. Thanks, man. Okay, whoops, let me...
Boom. I'm gonna send a link anyway.
What's that? Yeah, the more you put it, the better. Because why
Beautiful.
not, eh?
And I know it's been a lot of me talking and not that much of some, side questions and things like that.
No, but there will be more time for that. As you can see, Power Cores is
it's
really...
quite a lot to cover, and
exactly.
we are just at the tip of the iceberg. We spoke about how they work and how they interact with each other. What we haven't spoken of is too many particular cores and tactics.
What was the answer?
Yes, I know. We haven't gotten there yet. Dan, do you want to tell us the question and the answer?
The question was, what kind of comedy did Galvatron describe Starscream wearing the crown in the 1986 Transformers the movie? The answer was bad comedy.
Exactly. And our winners are Meteron. Congratulations. Yes, bad comedy is correct. Congratulations also to Alex Hayon. And congratulations to Iron Birds, Honky Tonk Bad. Oh, sorry, Honky Tonk. Bad comedy was the answer.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations to you guys. If you missed any of today, there was a lot of information covered, so you can always check out our streams. They'll be saved as VODs. Or like I said, go check out our YouTube channel or Facebook, where all of our video content will be posted as well. And of course, we will be back next week as well to chat more in depth about power cores, some of the specific cores and what they do, and in which situations you can use them. And we'll talk a little bit about strategy as well. So we hope you enjoyed that pretty in-depth intro, actually, to power cores. But it is a rabbit hole, so we'll be going more in depth next week. And anything else that you guys wanted to say?
I have much more to say, but I have no more time.
Yes.
Therefore, you should, first of all, check our videos. Secondly, play the game on Tuesday, play the campaign, try these things for yourself.
Yes.
Thirdly, come back on Thursday where I'll be able to answer more of your questions, and I would also like to listen to your feedback on power cores. I know Thursday is going to be soon, but the next week and the following week and the following month, I would like to know what power cores you guys like, which ones you don't like, what you like to see more, what you like to see less, and your general feel of the feature. I think it's good, it's beneficial to every single player, and I'm looking forward to how you guys react. Thank you.
Definitely. Dan, Beardy Dan, any last words?
I gotta catch my train.
Yeah, cool. All right. We're out of here, guys. We will
Cheers, guys.
see you next week.
More
Bye.
information
Bye.
next week.
See ya.